Hi everyone. I'm wanting to spend the next 5 minutes sharing my goals with you for 2021. Why I do this is to help each of you know me as a person and to know where I'm coming from. So I've always aimed for my YouTube channel to be an extension of my life. And then it's natural and it's not forced. I can share the life lessons, I can share some of the rewarding moments that happen along the way, and then help others who are going through the same sort of group of challenges that I have, or some of them, as well as for the people who have simply subscribed to be motivated and encouraged to keep going in their life, where they may not have something wrong, but there is something to glean from what I share. So, my first goal is finishing off the laser engraver setup. I have so much weight into this right now and I'm really hoping it works out. I've got about 12 steps remaining. So I took the 5 steps that were remaining and I subdivided them into what's manageable if I'm not feeling great but could do a little bit of work and at the same time not lose my place. So I've made myself a list. I'm really hoping I can get through it by the end of next week and have it up and running. So then my plan from there is to do a monthly giveaway on the YouTube channel and sell anyone else that wants a copy of that month's piece on eBay and do it mail order. And what I'm hoping to do with the money, first off, is hire a house cleaner. It's really got too hard for me doing the cleaning, the dusting, the reaching, the bending. It's just setting off a pain cycle I just can't break away from, and it's time to have someone else take care of this for me. So that's my way of generating the revenue that's needed to hire someone. The second goal for 2021 is investing in a really good desktop computer that will be for my video editing. So I've recently shared about my audio equipment. So that computer has the specs for doing audio recording. It doesn't have the processing power needed for video editing, especially getting into HD video. The computer that I'm using right now, I've outgrown its specs. I've started using my DSLR camera for filming for my YouTube channel, and it just can't cope with it, and it keeps freezing on me, and that's from running out of memory. So what I'm looking to do is buy a really good machine that's got a few options for future upgrades, like more speed and adding more memory, but one that would last at least through the next decade. So the computer I've got right now, it's at year number 8, and I've honestly milked as much out of it as I can. It's a laptop computer, and there's really nothing more for me to do that's upgradable. So it's time to move on to the next machine. And if I'm honest with you, I'm hoping that the laser engraver will help recoup the costs of this. I'm looking at around $2,500 Canadian, or in round numbers about $1,800 US, to get a really good machine that's not going to have to be replaced after 3 or 4 years. I'd rather buy a machine and stick with it instead of chucking it left and right. I really don't live in a disposable mindset, if some of you can understand what I'm saying. So that's my second goal. My third goal is to do the interior shed to office renovation. So to expand upon that, I'm living on the main floor of my home, and the truth is that I need more space for my goals in life. This YouTube channel and trying to work from home is plan B. My initial plan is shot because of my legs, and I'm now just trying to make the best of the situation, be positive about it, pray to the Lord Jesus on the days when I'm feeling weak, and then just trying to go a step at a time. So the shed would give me about 230, 240 more square feet of space. And it also provides the physical space that I could hire an assistant once that's needed. And I think for the consistency in the long term, it's going to be a step that's going to happen. So that's one of my goals, sort of starting in spring 2021. And I really hope by the end of 3 months that it's completed. It just can't drag on and on and on like I did with the yard drainage project, for example. You know, my body's in a fragile state. My legs have been getting worse, and I'm going to have to hire some of the help. But it will speed up the renovation process. Like things like doing insulation has got too hard with the bending and reaching for my legs. I want to share one more upgrade. As I've been hitting at during the past few minutes, something has to happen with my physical disability in 2021 just to stop the downward spiral it's in right now. So as much as it scares the wits out of me, and it really does, I'm going to ask to be assessed for a stem cell transplant into my knee and see if I'm a candidate and what this all means. It's a $3,500 bill. I could initially pay for this out of inheritance money, but I'm sure many of you can relate. It's much easier to spend money than it is to earn it. So this sort of comes back to my initial goal. I need to make myself financially viable, not for the sake of money and not for the sake of getting rich, but just to make my life work, to be optimized at what I'm good at, and I really want to do more with my life. I don't really entirely know how to say it, other than I've found a lot of joy in helping the young adults in the community where I live. And this may not have been my plan A for life, but it's where I'm at right now. And I'm wanting to make life work out. So setting the framework of my own life up means I can do more for others in the long term. So the practical reality of this need and the cash flow of it. So initially the laser engraver is one area where I can easily generate money where someone gets something in return, opposed to I've got it set up right now with my Patreon account where you're just sponsoring me and what I do and give back to the community. I am thinking about setting up some Patreon levels where it will result in receiving an etching once or twice a year that could be used as gifts. I'll need some time to sort it out. What you could do for me, and I do mean this in all sincerity, if you have input or ideas that I should consider, I am interested in hearing them. I certainly don't know everything, and I would appreciate gleaning from other people's experiences what works, pitfalls to avoid in having an online business. And for those who do have faith in God, I would appreciate your praying for wisdom while I try to work all this out. Thanks for this time that you spent with me today. Bye for now.